Superintendent, Principal, and Athletic Council of Tri-Valley High School. Welcome to Rich Longerberger Court and tonight's girls varsity basketball game between the Lady Dogs and visiting Logan. Please welcome Coach Jessica Harris and the Lady Chieftains to the Doghouse. At this time, we ask that you please stand for the playing of the national anthem. The officials for this evening's game have been selected according to procedures adopted by the Ohio High School Athletic Association.
Girls high school basketball here on youtube.com/Storied Rivals. Welcome to Tri-Valley High School. The scene for tonight's game between the Tri-Valley Lady Scotties and the Logan Lady Chieftains. Tri-Valley 13-3 overall, 6-2 in the Muskingum Valley League, and Logan coming into this game below 500. And Will Ford along with Dave Hilliard. And Dave, Tri-Valley, the last time we saw them, they played against Sheridan, who just claimed, or at least has an inside track to the MVL title after getting a win against Tri-Valley. And Tri-Valley came out a little bit sluggish on offense. Defensively, they're as strong as they usually are, but it was just tough for them to keep up offensively with Sheridan. And then against John Glenn gave them a much tougher test than they did the last time. They won by 43 points the first time out, only 9 points the second time out. So they're still trying to find themselves offensively, and they're coming into this game against Logan, a below 500 team, but it's a chance for them to really right the ship and get back to the brand of basketball that they're used to playing.
And that's, like we were talking before we came on the air, Will, it's really tough when you play somebody twice in a season in this conference schedule anyway, because the teams, you're familiar with each other, and it's just natural for Tri-Valley to come into that game with John Glenn on a letdown. That was a big emotional game for them, playing against Sheridan on that Saturday afternoon. And you got to turn around. Your next game is a team that you beat by over 40 points. It's very hard to get that same level of intensity that you would have had, let's say, for Sheridan or even the first time that you played John Glenn. So a little bit of a letdown, but they still found a way last night. Defensively, they forced a lot of turnovers. I think John Glenn had 32 turnovers. So they forced a lot of turnovers, got some easy buckets that way, but here they are playing back-to-back nights. And then again, they're going to turn around and play Saturday, Will, so they're going to have 3 games in 4 days. And I guess that's what you have to do when you have to sit out for the COVID protocols. They set out for 2 weeks, and now the games are coming fast, and they've got they're going to try to get in as many as they can here before the tournament season starts.
Yeah, and for the tournament, they were voted the #1 seed in the Division II Eastern District bracket, and they're going to tip off their postseason on Saturday, February 20th against the 18th seed Beaver Locals. So they're trying to get all their games in the regular season, as every team is, and try to get primed and ready for the postseason.
Yeah, we'll see. The winner of that game is going to play the winner of the Zanesville East Liverpool game. That's on February 25th. As for those games, Tri-Valley being the #1 seed, they're going to play at home all the way through the district final. So we'll see what the big boss tells us about broadcasting possibilities of those games.
Tri-Valley wins the tip here at Rich Longerberger Court. And it looks like Logan in a zone, and we talked about this before the game, before the broadcast started, Dave.
2-3 zone from Logan. We've kind of been wondering when a team was really going to be serious about playing Tri-Valley a zone. because their Achilles heel has been their perimeter shooting. So to see them come out in the zone does not surprise me, although we were surprised more teams haven't tried to do it.
And a backdoor cut, missed layup from number 12, Keely Fickle. Now Riley Tracy will bring it up the floor. Nice find inside to Dupler, but she loses it. And we're going to have a travel, and it's going to go to Logan.
Tri-Valley got beat at their own game down here on this end. A nice little back cut there from Logan, but they just couldn't convert the layup. And now 2 possessions here, 2 turnovers early for this Tri-Valley.
Nice wraparound pass to the corner, wide open 3. Fickle misses it. Diving on the floor off the rebound. There's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow is going to favor the team in purple. Just under a minute gone by in the first quarter. Tri-Valley and Logan. Deflection off the double team out of bounds.
Nice trap in the corner there. Riley Tracy once again getting her hands on the basketball. She's a disruptor on defense for Tri-Valley. She's been that way all season.
Shot off the front of the rim. Lexi Howe gets the rebound. Very nice job tight roping that baseline. Just set up on the right wing. Finds Dupler inside. Back out to Howe for 3. Bang! 3-pointer for Lexi Howe. She doesn't step outside that often, Dave, but when she's open, she'll shoot it.
That's a great inside-out play there from Tri-Valley. Kicked it in the middle of that zone. Back out to Howe. She's already squared to the basket. That's the easiest shot, 3-point shot to take.
And she gets a steal. Riley Tracy in transition. 5 quick points for Tri-Valley. Another steal. Taylor Dupler gets that one. Over to Ditmar, now Tracy.
Tri-Valley at their best when they're got that defensive flow going and they're creating those turnovers.
Ditmar hits Dupler in the feet, and there's going to be a reach-in foul afterwards as Logan comes away with the ball.
I think that one's on Ditmar. That's her team's first little 5-0 run from Tri-Valley to start the ball game with still just over 6 minutes to go here in the quarter.
Harris picks up her dribble with Howe on her. Fickle thought about a 3, now dumps it inside. Nice drive to the basket, missed layup from Guthrie. 5:45 on the clock, first quarter.
Still 2-3 zone look from Logan. Tri-Valley trying to set up against that.
And
A little
Howe,
bit lazy with that one.
that pass was lobbed up high. Now a transition, long 2-pointer. No good. Riley Tracy comes away with the rebound. Inside out, Riley Tracy picks up her dribble. And a traveling violation, so back-to-back turnovers for Lexi Howe, the lazy pass, previous possession, and now the travel.
4 turnovers early in this one, and we haven't even played 3 minutes, and they've got 4 turnovers here. They forced a couple from Logan, but a little bit careless with the basketball. That last pass from Lexi Howe, that was telegraphed, and she threw it way up in the air. Too much arc on that one, so that one got taken. Going to have to clean up the turnovers here, but again, you got to settle in after you just played last night.
Right,
and that's a tough one.
Yes, but the offense hasn't been the same ever since they came back from that 2-week layoff. Nice 5-0 run just a minute ago. But as you noted, the turnovers need to clean those up a little bit. And in the last game against the Jungland Lady Muskies, they won by 9, 54-45. And as you noted, the defense forced 32 turnovers. Anna Krupa led the team in scoring with 16. Lexi Howe almost had a double-double, 9 points and 10 rebounds. Out of the timeout, 5 minutes, 18 seconds, first quarter, 5-0 Tri-Valley. Almost a deep 3. Now kick it back out near the top of the circle. That's missed. Rebound and a foul. Missed 3 from Abby Dickin. And then going to the free throw line will be number 10, Brooklyn Harris.
She got in the lane probably the smallest girl out there on the floor right now and somehow came up with the offensive rebound. So right place, right time, but can't get that first one to go.
Rattles out and into the game. Carly Rose, who we haven't seen in a little while for this Tri-Valley girls basketball team. Harris no good on both. Taylor Dupler gets the bound. Now Howe will walk it up the floor, and that pass is deflected. Krupa gets it back. Very close to a violation, trying to get it across half court. They almost ran out of time. Turnover, Anna Krupa throws it away. In transition, Brooklyn Harris. Ball gets stuck in the rim. There is a foul. She's going to go back to the free throw line.
That's the second time we've seen the ball get stuck in that exact same place.
And the last time it happened, I didn't even notice it happened because I believe we had an injury on the floor.
Right, there was an
process.
injury. Yes. So we'll see if Harris can get a free throw to go this time.
She is 0 for 3 on 3 consecutive free throws. Riley Tracy comes back into the game after a short break. 0 for 4 from Brooklyn Harris. Rebound Eva Dittmar, and a foul on number 22, Avery Thompson, about 80 feet from the basket.
I think this press plays into Tri-Valley's hands because they would rather get up and down the floor a little bit.
And Lexi Howe commits another turnover, and that's 3 turnovers in this first quarter from Howe alone. And she'll hit the bench. Anna Krupa comes back in.
Still halfway, we haven't reached the halfway point of the quarter, and that is the 6th Tri-Valley turnover.
What a move. Brooklyn Harris misses the layup, though, inside. She faked that dribble handoff. Back out for 3, rattles home for Ella Guthrie. 5-3, Tri-Valley. Now this press. Tracy crosses midcourt. Midway through the first quarter here, Dittmar inside, gets doubled, throws it up, and she's fouled.
Been trying to get it in there in the post area to her, and she finally had the opportunity to try to get a shot off, but just couldn't get it to go.
Taylor Dupler will take a seat. Howe back in the game. Krupa lobs it into Carly Rose. Now Howe will reset against this 2-3 zone. Carly Rose commits a turnover. Throwing it ahead to Harris. Gets fouled by Lexi Howe, and Howe kind of stopped there for a second. She thought she was straight up and that Harris was falling on her own. But nonetheless, 2 shots once again for Brooklyn Harris, but she is 0 for 4 from the free throw line to start this game.
Hopefully she can break the ice here and get something to go here.
Takes a deep breath, 2 dribbles. There it is.
We go.
All it takes is the C1 go in. Lexi Liddick in the game. And 2 free throws for Harris.
There was a little relief in her face after that first one went.
Great job breaking the press. Anna Krupa from Riley Tracy. And Logan still able to get into this zone look defensively out of that full court press. Some really good ball movement, swinging it around back and forth. Turnover, though, again. That's a steal from Avery Thompson. Now Harris back out to Thompson. High arcing 3. Air ball, but they save it twice. Lexi Howe comes away. Out to Anna Krupa. Lexi Liddick off the back iron. Brooklyn Harris gets it off the outlet. Euro step for two. What a finger roll, Euro step. Unbelievable move. And a deflection out of bounds. And Dave, you got to really love the energy that Logan's playing with right now, forcing these turnovers. And they were down 5-0.
Yeah,
7-0 run for them these last couple minutes.
Now it's 7-5, and Tri-Valley still is mystified against the zone. They're turning the ball over 8 times already here, and a lot of them have been in the half-court set. Coach a little frustrated,
yes,
going to call a 30-second timeout.
And just settle the girls down here a little bit. I think they're almost a little shell-shocked at the energy that Logan's come out with.
I think part of it, too, I mean, they haven't really attacked this pressure in the middle of the floor yet. They've gone up the sideline against it, and a lot of the press is that the strength is in the sideline because they're going to use that sideline as an extra defender. Tri-Valley needs to do a better job getting the ball to the middle of the floor against this pressure. And same way against the zone. They had some good ball movement, but no move at the basket. It was all on the perimeter. They didn't make anybody, like in a zone, you want to penetrate in that gap and make 2 defenders guard you.
Close in.
You want to make 2 guard 1 when you're playing against a zone, and they're just not doing a very good job at that right now either.
2 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Chieftains with a 2-point lead.
See right here, she needs to penetrate that gap at the top and make those 2 defenders guard her. She's just letting 1 guard her.
Dittmar gets to the high post, kicks it back out to Lexi Howe from the left wing for 3.
Or maybe she should just do that.
And she knocks one out of bounds. 2 threes for Lexi Howe in this first quarter. She's 2 for 2 from out there. Lady Dogs regain the lead. Brooklyn Harris rejected by Riley Tracy coming from the weak side.
And again, Riley Tracy, she always seems to be around the basketball on defense, and just a nice block coming over to help out.
Inbound beyond the 3-point line. Now Avery Thompson will set up some offense.
Tri-Valley giving a little zone look here.
Yes.
A little 3-2, 1-2-2 or 3-2 zone. High post is open against that.
Well, Thompson's sitting right there at the free throw line. There it is. Throws it up off the front of the rim, left it short. She was wide open.
Feeling Tony Romo-esque again on that.
1:18 remaining first quarter.
There's a
Carly
good
Rose,
That's
dish
bad.
to Eva Dittmar for the deuce.
You notice how she penetrated in that gap and made the 2 people collapse to her, and then the next pass is easier. Gets an easy bucket there for Tri-Valley.
3-point game.
That's
55
offensive.
remaining.
22 pushed her, yes sir. That's going to be her second foul.
On Avery Thompson.
She just shoved Carly Rose, I think, there from the back. I don't think that's against the agreed upon rules.
Yeah. No argument there. Throwing it ahead to Riley Tracy.
Nice pass.
Nice pass inside. Anna Krupa. The dime to Riley Tracy.
Yes, it was. Beautiful cross-court bounce pass to her.
And a 5-point lead for Tri-Valley with 30 seconds left. Brooklyn Harris putting the moves on. And we're going to have a timeout from the Chieftains.
She didn't like what she saw there, but again, I'm never a fan of calling a timeout with less than a minute to go in the quarter, unless it's the fourth quarter and it's late. But
Right.
I mean, wants to do something a little different here on the. I don't think they were confident in what they were doing. I think Tri-Valley really needs to do a better job of keeping Harris contained on the dribble. They ran the dribble handoff a lot, and Tri-Valley, anything like that, throughout the season we have seen them play. They switch those, or if it's a ball screen, they switch those. But they kind of faked the handoff, and she went to the basket one time, and she created some problems there for Tri-Valley on the dribble. They're going to have to do just stay in front of her and keep her from penetrating to the basket.
28 seconds remaining, first quarter.
1-3-1 here from Tri-Valley, looking like they're going to try to trap out of it.
Harris picks up her dribble near that volleyball line. Still way beyond the perimeter. They throw it in. 12 seconds left. Deep three. Knocks it down. Ella Guthrie, big three-pointer. 4 seconds. Lexi Howe just standing 3/4 court away. Throws it ahead to Krupa, and time expires. That was a wasted opportunity with a handful of seconds on the clock, but nonetheless, we'll go to quarter number 2. Tri-Valley on top, 12-10. And we'll be right back after a message from our sponsors, Rankin & Rankin Insurance, the Ohio National Guard, and MVHC, Muskingum Valley Health Center.
Here at MVHC, we offer adult, dental, pediatric, women's, pharmacy, and transportation services, as well as behavioral health. We accept all patients. Make your appointment today if you're not feeling well.
As a locally owned and operated independent insurance agent, Rankin & Rankin values investing in our local communities and students. Best of luck to all the athletes competing this season throughout the Muskingum Valley League.
In the Army National Guard, my part-time service lets me serve close to home, keep a full-time job, and earn money for school. I really can have it all in the Army National Guard.
Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Welcome back to Tri-Valley High School. Quarter number 2 set to get underway. Lady Scotties up 2, 12-10. Will Ford with Dave Hilliard, and Tri-Valley with the ball to start the second. Logan still in this 2-3 zone. And Dave, as you noted, you want to try to get that ball to the middle of the floor, and they continue to just pass it around the perimeter. No one really flashing high post. Riley Tracy does now, but they don't get it to her. You see Dupler flash too. There it is. Now Lexi Howe, she's 2 for 2 from out there. Now 3 for 3. She has 9.
All on threes.
15-10. TV.
That's where Rose needs to stay in front of her.
Brooklyn
nice
Harris
job right there.
Really putting on the moves, and a travel from number 12, Keely Fickle.
Third turnover there for Logan. 8 for Tri-Valley here early in this one.
Lexi Howe gets it inside to Tracy. She falls. Dupler on the baseline. Now Riley Tracy in the corner for 3. Too strong. Offensive rebound, no good. Lexi Howe gets fouled.
Where Dupler caught the ball down there, we like to refer to as the short corner. It's in a spot that's almost behind the backboard, but against the zone, you're behind everybody that's in the zone. So they have to turn, and then you get people behind them that they can't see. So it's a good position to catch the ball and usually find somebody open.
Howe misses the first free throw. Second one rims out. So she has 3 threes, but can't connect on the freebies.
It's too close.
I guess so. Thompson, high dribble out to Brooklyn Harris. Way too strong on the 3. Knocked out of bounds. White ball.
Boy, that was off Krupa.
That's what I thought as
well. They got a break on that one. That was off Krupa's arm.
Of course, Krupa's not going to argue for the other team.
No, she's not going to say, hey, it was really off me. Give it to Logan. See, Krupa's right in the middle of the floor right now, and that's where I think they need to try to get it against this pressure.
She is wide open.
Yeah, she was open right there, too. We can see it.
And Dupler throws it over to the scorer's table. Another turnover.
It's now 9 turnovers for Tri-Valley. Still got a 15-10 lead here, though.
It's just something you don't see that often from this Tri-Valley team, the inability to comfortably manage a press. Just under 2 minutes off the clock in the second quarter. 5-point lead, Tri-Valley.
Nice
Lexi
read.
Howe gets a steal, telegraphs it,
She saw that one coming.
and races in transition for an easy layup. She has 11, first player in double figures for Tri-Valley.
Really nice play from Lexi there. She saw that pass all the way and stepped in the passing lane, got it.
Jenna Wilson has it on the wing.
Almost
Howe
got
almost
that one.
got that one too.
We're going to switch that, yep.
Now out to the corner. And Harris will reset. Thompson looking to drive, crosses over. And a turnover.
He pointed the wrong direction again because
That was off of Tri-Valley.
Tri-Valley knocked the ball.
That was
it was deflected.
That ball was intended for number 11 down low, Jenna Wilson, and I'm not sure what happened there, but it should
have been Logan ball.
It should have been Logan ball, and we're going to get an and one the other way for Riley Tracy. And what a break for Tri-Valley, and if you're Logan, you got to be not feeling too good about that.
Nice aggressive move from Riley Tracy there, catching it against the pressure and going to the rim and getting the foul.
And she converts the three-point play, as you would say, the old-fashioned way.
The old-fashioned way. Nice job right there from
Kendall
Kendall
Boffman.
Ballman staying in front. Yep.
Lexi Howe in transition. Another fast break layup for her. Very good first half shooting the basketball on her end. And the lead has bloomed
Are they
to
calling
over
a
10.
timeout or not? I thought they called a timeout.
Oh, a shoe came off for one of the Logan players down there.
I thought that would have been a good spot for a timeout for Logan right there. Tri-Valley on a run, and they get those runs going when they start creating turnovers. And they had a couple right there in a row, and they get those live ball turnovers, and off they go. They all go to the rim when they get those. And all of a sudden that went from a 15-10 lead to 22-10 in the space of just 2 minutes.
And it was 12-10 after the first quarter, so this second quarter, it's 10-0 run. A three to stop the bleeding from Logan, missed from Guthrie.
And they've got numbers.
Tracy throws it ahead. Kendall Boffman, long two, gets it to go.
Big run here in the second quarter for Tri-Valley. Now 12-0 run here in the second quarter.
Guthrie hands off. Another three from Logan. That's left short. Offensive rebound. Thompson misses her intended receiver. A euro into a foul. And going to the free throw line, Guthrie.
Called that on Dupler.
That's her second foul of the half.
Team's fifth, her second.
Guthrie is true on the first one. Eva Ditmar into the game. Carly Rose as well. And that's the first point from Logan in this quarter. It's been a little dry scoring the basketball. She hits two.
Well, Guthrie has 8 and Harris has 4, and that's the 12 for Logan.
Chieftains continuing with the press. Much better job this time. Ditmar with a jump shot. Tracy with the offensive rebound.
A lot of contact.
Now we're going to have a tie-up.
It's going to go to Logan here on the alternate possession.
3 minutes, 48 seconds left in the first half. Tri-Valley's doubled up Logan, 24-12. Harris again. That pass out to the corner. Thompson, too strong. Ditmar collects the long rebound.
Nice board there from Ditmar.
Riley Tracy goes coast to coast and is blocked. Now Guthrie will run the break. Throws ahead. Nice bounce pass. One dribble. And they're going to be calling a foul on the floor.
Calling that on Carly Rose. That's going to be her first foul. Team 6, so next foul from Tri-Valley will put Logan in the bonus.
Guthrie inbounds to Jenna Wilson. Now Harris, who's a really good ball handler for the Chieftains. Going to direct some traffic. Easy free throw line jumper.
That middle against that zone, it's that 3-2 is always going to be there.
Kendall Boffman, a little too fast, loses it. Tri-Valley gets it back. Now Howe out to Carly Rose. Howe, another three. First miss from 3 in this game, and it goes over the backboard and out of bounds.
She's 3 for 4 now from out there.
She had a red-hot start to the game.
Full timeout there for Logan.
And that's a timeout you Dave, probably would have called maybe a couple minutes ago when Tri-Valley went on that run.
When she lost the shoe, I think I would have called the timeout then, but they haven't gained or lost any from that point, so probably a good idea that she did hang on to it at that time. But again, down 12, you're at a point in the ball game. You do not want this to get away from you right here before the halftime. And this is one where, you know, it was 12-10, and now it's 24-12. So I mean, Tri-Valley's had their way here in the second quarter. They've got to find a way to get. They've got some good looks. I mean, they just had a wide open jumper there from the free throw line against Tri-Valley. Had gone zone there, and that 3-2 that gives the high post away a lot. She stepped right in there and caught it. Just couldn't get it to go. Let's see, well, it is Logan's basketball, right? Coming out of this.
Yes, it will be.
Yeah. Tri-Valley going to pick them up full here, it looks like.
That's something they haven't done all game.
Yep. 2:40 to go here, so try to create a little pressure here deep to maybe force another turnover.
And they kind of back off of it, but a turnover anyways.
Got it to go anyway, yes sir.
Ella Guthrie launches that one out of bounds into the first row.
Still zone for Logan.
And they haven't strayed away from that this entire first half. And with the success they had to start the game, they'll probably stick with it unless this game starts to really get away. Kendall Boffman off the skip pass, short on the 3. Thompson throws it ahead. Just a little too strong of an arm there. And Fickle couldn't bring it in.
Probably not the best idea to do that, but looking ahead, trying to get an easy bucket, but just a little too strong on the pass.
Heck of a throw, though. On the run.
On the run, picked it up one-handed and threw it one-handed. It's pretty good.
Lexi Howe falls on the floor. Thompson in transition, missed the layup.
Riley Tracy distracted her there, cutting in front of her.
Carly Rose was behind her as well. Might have heard the footsteps. She launches a 3 the other end. Ella Guthrie ahead, left wing, give and go back to her. 1 minute, 25 seconds left, second quarter. Boffman loses it.
Turnover begets turnover yet again.
And Fickle had to push off Lexi Howe. And then a 3 missed from Thompson, rattles out. Riley Tracy, another swat. Now Boffman will pull up. Off the back of the rim, Carly Rose the rebound. Riley Tracy a 3. Missed. And a reach-in foul, Lexi Howe off the rebound, collected from Fickle.
Girls getting a little winded here because we had some up, down, up, down.
Yes.
It was like running sprints here for a little bit.
Hard to keep track.
Not surprising the shots didn't go from 3 there when You a little bit winded. The legs are the base for your shot, and they were a little bit winded there, and the legs were feeling a little weak and couldn't get those to go in.
A little bit of jello in the legs.
Yes.
So 1-1 for Keely Fickle with 54 ticks remaining in the second. She misses the front end. Ditmar grabs the rebound. 48 seconds.
I don't think holding for one is in the mentality of Tri-Valley.
Lexi Howe gets it near the high post, knocks down a jumper. 15 points for Lexi Howe in this first half. Really nice job shooting the ball. 25 seconds. Krupa deflects that out of bounds.
Nice play there from Krupa. She was on the verge of getting beat on the dribble, but reached in there and knocked the ball away cleanly. Logan's going to keep it, but good defensive play.
23 seconds. An inbound to Thompson. She was actually out of bounds before she came back in and caught the ball, and she gets the bucket. She was able to reestablish before catching that basketball. 9 seconds, Lexi Howe throws it ahead, turnover, nobody in the area. Thompson with 3 seconds, puts the body into Howe, draws the foul, and that's gonna be 3 fouls on Lexi Howe going into halftime, 1.6 remaining on the clock. So Thompson will have a chance to cut the game to 10 points going into the half, but she misses the first one. Hands on the head, she can't believe it. Second one goes down, 1.6. Howe throws it to Krupa near midcourt, gets the shot off, and puts it in!
Oh!
Anna Krupa from way downtown from the parking lot. 29-15, Tri-Valley goes into the half. 14-point lead. And a long three from Anna Krupa to close it out. And Dave, it was a slow start to the game for Tri-Valley offensively, and Logan came out with a lot of energy, but that second quarter was big for them. After the first, it was 12-10. Second quarter, we're at halftime. It's 29-15, and I mean that's a 17-5 run, and it's a really good second quarter from them.
I think Coach is going to have a discussion about turnovers in the locker room. Just really frustrating there for them. I know, because the last turnover they had there, that led directly to Lexi Howe's third foul. And I mean, yes, Tri-Valley is ahead by 14, but you do not want to be playing this basketball game in the second half if it gets tight at all without Lexi Howe.
Right.
And third foul, that really handicaps you. That you can't be aggressive at all. You can't risk. And she's got 2 fouls where she's put her arms up and she's basically been the offensive player has initiated the contact, but it's been called on her. So tough calls, but at the same time, she should have just let her take the layup here at the end. I mean, just take the layup, but that would have been, they did get a 3 out of it. So, all right.
Yeah, I guess so. But like you said, though, the cost of the foul, it limits you in the second half defensively.
Yep.
Especially. So if she picks up one early in the third, she might have to sit out until mid-fourth quarter, and it'll be tough for them if this game gets close. But Tri-Valley out in front, 29-15, and a long three from almost midcourt from Anna Krupa to cap it off. And we have about 8 minutes left in halftime. We're going to have messages from our sponsors, Rankin & Rankin Insurance, the Ohio National Guard, and MVHC Muskingum Valley Health Centers. Tri-Valley up 14. We'll be back with the third quarter in under 10 minutes.
As a locally owned and operated independent insurance agent, Rankin & Rankin values investing in our local communities and students. Best of luck to all the athletes competing this season throughout the Muskingum Valley League.
Hey, this is Sergeant Raz. This is what it's like in the National Guard. Did I mention it was part-time? I give them my time, they pay for my education. We all have family. This is my extended one. What are you doing today? Check out NationalGuard.com.
Here at MVHC, we offer adult, dental, pediatric, women's, pharmacy, and transportation services, as well as behavioral health. We accept all patients. Make your appointment today if you're not feeling well. Here at MVHC, we offer adult, dental, pediatric, women's, pharmacy, and transportation services, as well as behavioral health. We accept all patients. Make your appointment today if you're not feeling well.
As a locally owned and operated independent insurance agent, Rankin & Rankin values investing in our local communities and students. Best of luck to all the athletes competing this season throughout the Muskingum Valley League.
In the Army National Guard, my part-time service lets me serve close to home, keep a full-time job, and earn money for school. I really can have it all in the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to find out more.
Second half set to get underway momentarily here on youtube.com/StoriedRivals. Once again, I'm Will Ford, joined by Dave Hilliard. And Tri-Valley out in front over Logan, 29-15. Really good second quarter, 17-5 run. But Lexi Howe, Dave, picked up her third foul at the end of the half there, and so it's going to really limit what they can do defensively. They can't be as aggressive as they start with the ball in the second half.
Yep, and she has to be careful on offense too. She likes to penetrate, and there's a chance for that offensive foul. But she's got a nice pull-up game, and she did it right there. Nice little pull-up jumper, just didn't get it to go.
And a defensive rebound for Logan from Fickle. Throw it ahead to Brooklyn Harris. And the clock hasn't started on this clock here in the gym.
Yeah.
Still 8 minutes.
Yeah,
but
still 8 minutes to go.
Almost a minute has gone by. So deep three from the corner. Too strong and off the shin of Riley Tracy, and it's going to stay.
Oh, now we're going to run some time.
Logan, and now. So now we're at 7:50 and counting
Clock's
as the ball's
running.
out of bounds, and they're going to stop it. So technically, Dave, only 10 seconds have gone off in this third quarter.
Here. That was a pretty
It was a long 10 seconds.
long 10 seconds.
Clock is running now just fine. And
Sleep at the wheel over there. Oh, my goodness. She kind of knew that could have been another foul.
and Lexi Howe kind of backed off, and
Yes, she
offensive
did.
rebound.
For Logan, number 23, Abby Dickin with the rebound and the points. 2 points.
Right in the middle. There you go.
Anna Krupa over to Taylor Dupler. Ditmar, nice left-handed finish.
I don't think she wanted to really badly, but she
No.
did finish with the left hand. A nice job there by Ditmar.
And that's a bad shot there from Guthrie.
I'll tell you,
Wide of the
Logan
basket.
they are not shy about hoisting the threes up. I mean, that's been, they haven't hit too many. The one Guthrie's got a couple, but
Kicked ball. That was Dickin in the way.
see what Tri-Valley does here. Baseline out of bounds.
Krupa will inbound under the basket, throw it into the middle to Howe. One-handed pass to Ditmar for three, off the front of the rim. And Dupler couldn't get the offensive rebound. Harris. Now they'll swing it around, top of the key, three-pointer, short. Ball goes right to Harris. She fires a three and swishes it.
I mean, that possession alone, there were 3 threes taken.
And then a turnover for Tri-Valley. Ditmar can't get to that ball.
Tri-Valley's 13th turnover now to 8 for Logan. Still, though, 31-20 here with just over 6 to go in the third quarter.
Guthrie decides not to hand off. Wrap to the corner. Harris, and almost a travel. Took the dribble right before the feet hit the floor. Keely Fickle almost committed a turnover. Now Harris will drive left, throw it up right, miss. Ball on the floor, and a tie-up.
And that's going to stay with Logan here on the alternate possession. Tri-Valley had it here to start the half.
Guthrie inbounds.
Nice.
Throws it right to Thompson and drops it in.
They screened the people on the zone and just threw it right over him.
And the lead cut to 9. Ditmar from Tracy and gets the roll off the front of the rim.
4 here in the quarter for Eva Ditmar.
Guthrie, nice fake, pull-up jumper. Too strong. Riley Tracy on the break. Almost loses the ball. Krupa throws up a wild shot, and Riley Tracy misses off the rebound. And then a good deflection from Anna Krupa out of bounds.
And again, it's another possession or two here where there's been a lot of up and down. Girls looking a little bit winded. We were trying to decide if Logan played last night. I couldn't get any. They were supposed to play, but didn't see any score for them. I know Tri-Valley played last night.
And a hop step, and the ball flies out of bounds as Harris hits the floor, and she's a little gimpy getting up.
It's 9 turnovers now here for Logan.
3 minutes gone by, third quarter. 11-point lead for the Lady Scotties. And Riley Tracy can't corral the pass. Guthrie tries to throw it back to Thompson. Now a short jumper knocked down by Fickle. Lead cut down to 9 again. And then a foul near midcourt trying to get the steal.
That's going to be on Fickle.
And Coach Kaufman calls for time, as 2 instances now in this third quarter that Logan's been able to cut the lead to single digits, 33-24, and we're around just over 5 minutes left in this third quarter.
Well, they've outscored Tri-Valley here 9-4. Ditmar's got 2 buckets here, but Logan doing a better job spreading the wealth here in the second half. They got 4 people that have different people that have scored here so far in this half. Harris has hit the 3. Fickle's got a deuce. So does Thompson and Dickens. So first half it was all Guthrie and Harris. Thompson did manage a field goal, but they only had 3 people in the scoring column in the first half for Logan. Now they've got 4 players involved in the second half, so they're doing a better job themselves offensively. And it shows. I mean, a 9-4 start here in the third quarter, and Howell back in the game here for Tri-Valley.
And a 2-3 zone here for Logan, but they did so much in the first half. Carly Rose dumps it down to Eva Ditmar. A toss inside to Dupler. She loses it. They get it back. Now Lexi Howe out on the wing. Good perimeter ball movement. Now Lexi Howe attacks. Leaves it short, and it was hit off of number 2, Guthrie.
Yep, she was out of bounds, and it hit her, unfortunately, because that would have been Logan's basketball.
Ditmar in the corner. Dupla tries to set a screen on the backside for Krupa. Now back to the left. 4 minutes left in the third. Dupler high post is fouled on the catch.
I think when Tri-Valley has thrown that skip pass across the zone, and then they reverse it back to the top of the circle, that's when they need to get penetration into that gap. And nobody looks to do that. They just look to throw another pass to the opposite wing. And I really think they're missing out on a good opportunity to create some problems for the zone by getting inside that gap.
Riley Tracy gets open off a screen. Can't hit the 3. Now Fickle on the break. Another block from Riley Tracy. That's 3 on the game.
Nice rejection there. Riley Tracy always seems to find a way to get her hands on the basketball. Nice, just hustle play. She got down the floor and made a nice block there. Same inbounds play there for Logan. They screen people and sneak the person right behind him, and both times Thompson's been the recipient of an easy one.
And then another 3, so Avery Thompson gets the deuce inside, gets the steal, and then Keely Fickle with a 3, and it's down to 4. 33-29, another turnover. Logan with the momentum. Fickle inside, gets blocked.
Tracy with the block. Lexi Howe, you notice, hands in the air, did not want to touch her.
Doesn't want to touch anybody. Do not want to pick up that fourth foul with still 3 minutes and 13 seconds in the third.
And the same out of bounds play. Tri-Valley's going to have to do a better job.
And an and one. Thompson missed the initial shot. Rebound collected by Abby Dickin, and she'll go to the free throw line for a chance at a three-point play. The lead is down to 2. She has a chance to cut it to 1. She can't convert. Ball's on the floor. Jump ball. It's going to go to Tri-Valley. And Logan's still in this full court press. And another steal. Dickin forced the turnover. Ball's on the floor, though, and we're going to have a foul. I'm not sure who had possession of the ball, though. So
calling that on Logan.
So it's going to stay with, it's going to be with Tri-Valley.
They're going to call a foul on Dickin there.
It was hard to tell who really had possession of that. They inbound to Krupa. Riley Tracy was able to corral that pass, and Dupler gets fouled and one. And that kind of stops the bleeding for Tri-Valley as they've let Logan all the way back into this game. And that's Taylor Dupler's first basket. Couldn't have come at a better time for the Lady Scotties. And she gets an and one.
The old-fashioned way. Got it back up to a 5-point lead here, but as you said, stop the bleeding a little bit there. Tri-Valley letting their entire lead get away from them there.
Thompson pulls up on the left, misses, Rose the rebound, and she hits the deck. She was fouled.
And that's going to be on Fickle. That's her third foul here. And what's also mounting up here for Logan, that's their 15th foul here in the second half. So Tri-Valley two fouls away from shooting free throws.
Really good pressure here from Logan, and just able to cross the timeline, and an easy basket for Riley Tracy.
And again, pushing that lead back up to 7 points here, 38-31, with just about 2 minutes to go here in the quarter.
2 minutes left, third quarter. Thompson has it.
Yeah, I'm trying to let her go one-on-one.
Steps back for three, well short. Another foul. That's the 6th team foul. One more before the 1-and-1.
That's going to be Guthrie's second foul. So next foul on Logan, that's going to be free throws. Logan calling a timeout. They've made such a nice run there. Got it down to 2. It was 33-31, and then Tri-Valley's answered with the next 5 there. Nice three-point play from Dupler and an easy bucket from Tracy, but Tri-Valley turning the basketball over at an alarming rate. 17 turnovers here, 9 for Logan, and usually it's the other way around. Tri-Valley's defense is the one that creates all the turnovers for easy baskets, and it's been the other way around tonight. Tri-Valley struggling mightily here against the zone in the half court, and also here just in this quarter with that full court pressure.
1 minute, 57 seconds left in the third. And after cutting it to 2, Logan now trails by 7. And another turnover. That's 18 turnovers.
I mean, threw it right to her. I mean, just right at her. I mean, she's going to get that one every time.
Now Brooklyn Harris will run a play offensively. Fickle off a screen. Off the backboard on a 3. Lexi Howe tries to throw it to Dupler, and Dupler couldn't grab it off the deflection. It's a good thing she didn't touch it. Otherwise, it would have been Chieftain's ball.
Good idea. That diagonal pass is usually there, but Logan did a nice job getting a deflection there.
Lexi Liddick checks in for Tri-Valley. Riley Tracy dumps it down to the baseline. Lexi Howe rattles out. And then Howe telegraphs, aggressive on that play. She hasn't been that aggressive defensively in this third quarter, but Riley Tracy, another turnover, and there's going to be a foul on Lexi Howe, I believe. And yes, that's her fourth foul. She started clapping as if it was on Logan, and so that was my confusion there. But that foul's going to be on Lexi Howe, her fourth. So she'll likely come out of the game until maybe mid-fourth quarter. And at the free throw line, Guthrie hits the first one.
This is gut check time here for Tri-Valley, because unless they can, if they can maintain the lead, you're okay with Howe on the bench. But boy, if it gets tied or they get behind, she's going to have to come back in the game. Now, as I said earlier, one thing working in their favor, the next foul, Tri-Valley's going to shoot free throws. And they only have 2 team fouls themselves. So, in that respect, they're in good shape. But, they're going to have to do a better job here against the press, and they're not going to have Lexi to beat them with the dribble for them.
Krupa does, though. Now Riley Tracy off the glass, fouled. That's the 7th team foul. 2 shots for Riley Tracy, and now every foul afterwards from Logan will result in free throws.
Nice move there from Riley, trying to just being strong and being aggressive and going to the rim, and drew a foul there and gets the first one of her 2 free throws. 6-point game again here, 6-point lead for Tri-Valley.
Riley Tracy gets the second one to go off the front of the rim and in.
Shooter's touch, we used to call that.
Thompson gets doubled, throws it cross court to Harris for 3. No, and on the floor a travel, and it's going to stay with Logan.
20 turnovers for Tri-Valley at this point in the game.
We still have a quarter left to play.
Got a quarter to play.
41 seconds. Logan inbounds to Thompson. One dribble, pulls up. There was some contact there on the shot. No foul called, and out of bounds to the Scotties.
Tri-Valley's going to have to change something on their out-of-bounds defense, because Logan keeps running the same play, and they get it every time. I mean, she didn't quite catch it in the middle of the lane like she did, but she was still open, still got it, and had a chance to try to score again. They're going to have to fix that one.
Tracy gets fouled off the double team from Dickin and Thompson, and she'll go to the free throw line for a 1-and-1.
They called that one on Thompson, so that's her 3rd. Team's 8th, and going to shoot free throws here for a while. Riley Tracy going to the line with the chance to get 1 and another one.
She has 9 points to this point in the game. Has a chance to get into double figures. She misses the front end. 33 seconds. Logan down 7. And we'll see if they play for the last shot. Thompson with Liddick on her, crosses over, gets to the basket, and drops it in the cup. Lead down to 5, 10 seconds. Lexi Liddick, now Krupa. There's 6 seconds. Liddick fires a 3, way too strong. Dupla the offensive rebound, misses. And the clock will expire on quarter number 3, and Tri-Valley let Logan back into the game. It's a 5-point game, 40-35, and we'll be back with the final stanza of play here on youtube.com/Storied Rivals after a message from our sponsors, Rankin and Rankin Insurance, the Ohio National Guard, and MVHC, Muskingum Valley Health Centers. We'll be right back.
As a locally owned and operated independent insurance agent, Rankin and Rankin values investing in our local communities and students. Best of luck to all the athletes competing this season throughout the Muskingum Valley League.
Hey, this is Sergeant Raz. This is what it's like in the National Guard. Did I mention it was part-time? I give them my time, they pay for my education. We all have family. This is my extended one. What are you doing today? Check out nationalguard.com.
Here at MVHC, we offer adult, dental, pediatric, women's, pharmacy, and transportation services, as well as behavioral health. We accept all patients. Make your appointment today if you're not feeling well.
Welcome back to Tri-Valley High School Rich Longaberger Court. Fourth quarter of play. Beginning right now on youtube.com/Storied Rivals. Harris almost loses it. Carly Rose on her. Really good ball pressure individually on defense.
I'm going to call a timeout. They got a timeout.
Timeout called from Logan. 12 seconds into the fourth quarter. Coach Harris didn't want to get that 5-second call on a turnover. And Logan has an opportunity here, Dave. They were down big after the first half. Well, not big, but down a substantial amount. And they've clawed all the way back. And they've done a really good job defensively, forcing Tri-Valley to throw a lot of errant passes and just done a really nice job.
They have done a super job here. And they, you know, it was one where after Tri-Valley got a couple of easy baskets against the pressure, I thought they might back it off a little bit, but they've really kind of amped it up a little bit, and they've done a nice job. They have a couple girls that a little taller, longer, you know, they can cover some ground, and they're doing a nice job getting in the passing lanes. Tri-Valley has just seemed a little frustrated with, you know, when you press, a lot of you can take the middle away and make people reverse the basketball, and it slows you down a little bit, so you can actually press and slow somebody down, and that's what Logan has done a good job of tonight. They've slowed Tri-Valley's attack down, so they've been able to then in the half court create some more turnovers, and here they are down 5 to start the fourth. And they had a nice play set up, and they threw it out of bounds. That's only their 11th turnover, 20 for Tri-Valley.
Tracy gets it to the middle to Carly Rose. Lexi Howe is in the game with the 4 fouls. There's still 7:35 left, and she gets trapped. Riley Tracy's wide open for 3, way off. Rose can't save it. Harris gets it to Thompson just beyond the 3-point line. She drives right, gets fouled driving to the basket by Krupa. And that's going to be her 3rd and the team's 3rd.
That's a key number. You said team's 3rd. That's been an important number here because still they've got 3 to give here before they can get Logan in the bonus. So nice steal there from Lexi Howe.
Carly Rose running the break, left hand. Nice finish. Lead back to 7 for Tri-Valley. Guthrie blocked by Howe. Offensive rebound.
Lexi pulls her hands up, puts them in the air. Nope, I didn't touch her. She's very conscious of having 4 fouls. Now, if you're Logan, you want to attack her. If she's guarding you, you want to attack her. Right here, you want to attack Lexi Howe. Make her guard you. She's got 4 fouls.
Harris gets Carly Rose moving on her feet. Offensive. I almost said offensive foul for no reason, but a and 1 here for Logan, and they cut it back down to 5. Number 11, Jenna Wilson, gets the basket. 1 free throw to come, and a chance to cut it to 4.
And that's going to be Krupa's 4th foul as well here.
And that free throw bounced high up to the top of the backboard. Can't convert on the 3-point play opportunity. So 2 players in the game for Tri-Valley with 4 fouls defensively. Both of them have to be very careful. Lexi Howe spots up for 3 and knocks it down.
She didn't score in the 3rd quarter, so that's a big bucket for her. She's got 18 now for Tri-Valley, but also 4 fouls right now.
Several steals. She's also committed a lot of turnovers as well, especially in that first half. A missed 3 from Harris. Ball on the floor, a jump ball. It's going to go back to Tri-Valley.
Tri-Valley, yep. Logan had the first possession here in the quarter. Just under 6 minutes to go here. 8-point lead. Again, Lexi Howe out there with 4 fouls. On offense, I mean, yeah, she's good here, but they come back on defense. If they get a dead ball, coach is probably going to be taking her out of the game. Nice pass.
And Dupler, with the nice catch, will go to the free throw line.
Boy, that was a bullet bounce pass from Riley Tracy there through 2 defenders.
Dupler cans the first one. Lead back up to 9. Dupler has 4 points, make it 5.
Good job for her, hitting 2 of 2 here in the 4th quarter. Put them up by 10 right now.
Air ball on a 3 from Dickin, and then out of bounds off of the offensive rebound.
See, this might be a situation where I would take Lexi out of the game. They're on defense. You know, there's 5 minutes to go. We're up 10. Let's let her sit for a second.
Fickle lines up a 3, and the Chieftains won't go away.
That's her second 3 of the second half here. Turnover.
Launched over the head of Lexi Howe, who was flashing to the middle of the court.
21 turnovers now with the Lady Dogs.
Riley Tracy, her 5th block. And then a travel from Guthrie.
Lexi Howe, exhale there. Some contact. She was in the vicinity. I don't think she was involved in the contact, but
anytime someone's anywhere close to her,
yeah, I think she's a little bit nervous about
the blood pressure gets a little higher, and that's almost another turnover. Eva Dittmar couldn't quite catch that cleanly. And then a right-handed scoop shot off balance from Riley Tracy.
From the left side going to your left, that's a tough to ask right there. Can't touch her. She's going to take her to the rim.
And Thompson with the easy drive.
Down to 5 again.
This seems to be the magic number for Logan. They just really can't get it much lower than that, and Lexi Howe answers back with a layup of her own.
And right here, they need to find a way to get in front of Thompson and not let her get to the basket again. Crossed
Thompson
over in front of her. She's
puts
hard.
the moves on, kicks it out for 3, short. And the board to Tracy. They throw it ahead to Liddick. And Kendall Boffman loses it off the catch. Guthrie gets fouled. And that's on Liddick. That's just her first. Tracy only has 1 foul. Liddick has 1. Boffman and Dittmar have no fouls as Guthrie misses the first free throw. Anna Krupa with the 4 fouls is going to come back into the game. We're almost midway through the 4th. 1 free throw for Logan.
Logan's
6-point game.
Logan's going to look back at their free throw shooting as they're only 8 for 16 right now. And I mean, yeah, this is a 6-point game. I mean, that's tough.
You make them all, you're up 2 right now.
Yep.
Anna Krupa with the 4 fouls, has it on the wing. Lexi Howe in the game with 4 fouls as well. That's the big story here in this 4th quarter. Kendall Boffman, and it looks like they're just going to play keep away.
They're very content because, I mean, they're going to have to come out and guard them. They're going to have to pick them up because you can't stand back there and just let them dribble out the clock.
Lexi Howe over to the corner. Liddick passes up on the 3. And it looks like Tri-Valley is just going to try to pass this around and maybe burn a minute or 2. And Howe throws that one away. No one to throw it to, but Guthrie can't capitalize as she walks with it.
I mean, they're being patient and they're being smart, and then she just tried to force it into a situation that was just doomed.
3 defenders there.
That was doomed.
Ditmar
turns it over.
She loses it. Harris gets blocked. Fickle loses the ball too, and it's on the floor. And it's going to stay with the Chieftains.
We got 24 turnovers now for Tri-Valley.
Don't say that very often.
14 for Logan. They need to defend this out of bounds play. This is a key. They have done a terrible job against it. Finally
force her out
defended it,
beyond the 3.
There's Riley Tracy knocking the ball away again.
2 minutes, 51 seconds left here in Dresden. Liddick with a nice deflection.
Still, this can go any way here. We got 2:45 to go. This is a 6-point game.
Thompson over to the corner. Guthrie, high arcing 3, leaves it just short, and air ball. Howe might have altered it on the closeout. Now Riley Tracy will slow it down. And it looks like Logan might try a trap here. Krupa over to the corner, Liddick.
That's where you're going to trap.
Now there's the trap,
yeah.
and a timeout from Kaufman, and he knew it right away.
Well, so did I. You throw it into the corner, and they're going to trap you right there. They've got the baseline and the sideline as extra defenders. They've got you trapped in that corner. He knew right away. Let's call a timeout and get this one out of here.
Well, right now, with just over 2 minutes left, it's winning time for both of these teams, but it just seems like Logan can't get underneath that 5-point
they
threshold.
Just can't get over the hump. I mean, they've been right there with opportunities, and they've had some looks at some threes they just haven't knocked down, and then they've given up a couple of easy buckets here, and again, they foul Tri-Valley, and it's going to be 2 shots now because it'll be their 10th team foul. Tri-Valley still has a foul to give, although they got a couple players running around out there they don't want to foul. Anna Krupa with 4 fouls and Lexi Howe with 4 fouls.
Tri-Valley ball on the baseline. Easily inbound it. Liddick getting pressured from Harris, and now Riley Tracy is just going to try to dribble around, play keep away. 2 minutes left in the game. Tracy has to put it on the floor.
Shoot.
Almost falls down.
That was heading for another turnover.
Now Howe kicks it back out, and it's just going to be this little triangle right here near midcourt. And they're going to foul Riley Tracy.
He's going to call a foul on that?
I didn't see much
there.
there.
Was nothing there. No advantage gain, nothing. I mean, that's pretty ticky-tack call right there. He's going to shoot 2 free throws, though.
6-point game, now a 7-point game. 50-43. Keely Fickle back in for Logan. Tracy wide on the second. Thompson will run it up the floor. Over to the corner. Guthrie gets trapped. They get out of it. 1 minute, 30 seconds left. Thompson crosses over, drives left, hands it off to Harris.
She goes to that crossover when she's trying to get to the rim.
Thompson will drive straight right. Get the bucket to go.
She's got 10 here in the second half.
It's back to 5. 1 minute, 10 seconds left. Dupler looking for somebody to go middle. They throw it ahead to Liddick down the sideline. Hand off to Lexi Howe. 58 seconds. And this is just a keep away game now. And I'm surprised that Logan's not fouling. 50 seconds and counting.
They got to foul. I mean, they got to stop the clock here because they can't let Tri-Valley keep doing this. They've got to find somebody to foul.
And Thompson's going to foul Howe now.
That's probably not the one I would have fouled.
Well, they left it too long,
Yeah,
and then they ran out of options.
Yep.
That's the 4th foul on Thompson. Lexi Howe has 20 points, a quieter second half due to the foul trouble. Nothing but nylon on the first one. 6-point game, 42.5 remaining. And she knocks down a pair.
Big pair, makes it 7, 3 possessions here.
Clutch free throws from Lexi Howe. Thompson trying to get to the basket. Spin move, blocked. 30 seconds. Krupa falls on the floor.
Gonna call a timeout.
They got the timeout off. That was very close to a jump ball. So 26 seconds left. 7-point game. As Dave noted, 3 possessions.
Well, if you're Logan, you have to try to get the steal on the inbounds. And if you don't get the steal, you have to foul immediately. You have no other option here right now, and it doesn't matter who has it. I mean, it comes in play, you have to foul right away. If you're Tri-Valley, you want to get it in bounds and get away from them.
Yes.
You don't want them to keep fouling you and lengthening the game. You want the clock to run. You want to shorten the ball game. So they need to first, and sometimes the hardest thing is getting the ball inbounds. That's the first thing that you worry about is getting the ball inbounds in this situation. So if they can get it inbounds, take care of it there, they're going to get fouled. So but you would try to avoid that if you can. If the trap's coming, pass it out of the trap. If I was Logan, I wouldn't have anybody on the ball. I'd have it off the ball, trying to help, making sure everybody denies, and that you got an extra person to play defense, which they're doing here. They've got nope.
Now it looks like they're going to back off the ball.
I'd bring her back here and let her help guard somebody. See, this is a
I
foul.
would have doubled Lexi Howe.
It's got to be a foul.
And there it is on the reach around, and that's going to be the 5th foul on Thompson. She's had a really good game, 13 points. She fouls out.
She had 10 in the second half. She just really did a nice job getting to the rim. I mean, she used that crossover, and then she had a spin move at last time she had it down there. So nice game for her.
And Howe has been on throughout this game offensively. Defensively, it's been a struggle, and passing the ball has been a little bit of a struggle for her as well with the turnovers. But she has 24 points tonight. Lead back up to 9, 19 seconds left, and Fickle, I believe, he's going to walk with it.
Travel.
16 seconds left, and this game is now all but in the books. It would take 3 threes to tie miraculously in the last 15 seconds, and Howe is fouled again by Guthrie.
Should have just let that one go.
.9 seconds remaining. A chance for points number 25 and 26 for Lexi Howe. Can't knock down the first one. But she'll ice the game with the second one. Back up to 10. Good job closing out the game by Tri-Valley. And a layup for Harris, just letting her get to the basket. 7 seconds now. They're still going to press. Not going to foul. Krupa near midcourt. 1 second, 0 seconds, and a win for Tri-Valley, 55-47. And they improve their record to 14-3 on the year. They've already locked up the #1 seed in the Division II Eastern District bracket. But Dave, this one wasn't easy for Tri-Valley. They had a really good second quarter, a 17-5 run, but the turnovers turnover after turnover just let Logan get back into the game, and really wasn't over until, the final 30 seconds or so.
Yes, I mean, that was the turnovers is just something. I mean, at 24 turnovers, we have just not seen them do that this year. And, back-to-back nights is tough. Trying to get back into it after that loss to Sheridan, that's another thing that's tough. I mean, they've been fighting so much all year. You've got to deal with all these COVID restrictions and all the things that are going on at school. So, it can wear on you, and you're going to have some times that are down, but at the same time, they found a way to get it done. Well, I'll just break down the scoring real quick here. For the visitors from Logan, Guthrie with 11, Brooklyn Harris there with 9, to that last 2-point there. Jenna Wilson with 2, Keely Fickle with 8, Avery Thompson with 13, Abby Dickin with 4, for a total of 47 for Logan. For the winners, Tri-Valley, Lexi Howe with 25, Kendall Boffman with 2, Riley Tracy with 10, Carly Rose with 2, Anna Kruper with 5, Taylor Dupler with 5, and Eva Dittmar with 6. 55 there for the winners. And no rest for the weary here. They're going to get a day off tomorrow and then turn around and play another game, a league game Saturday. You got Philo coming in here on Saturday afternoon. And it's a big school division game, but again, they're a pretty solid second, but you want to try to win as many league games as you can. And at the same time, Coach has got some things he knows he wants to work on.
Oh, right? Yes. Working on breaking full court pressure might be one of them. Getting the ball to the middle of the floor more consistently instead of sideline to sideline.
Yep. And, I mean, just taking care of the ball a little better, making better decisions with the basketball. So, that's a team, they haven't seen anybody that's played them like that would press him and then play zone.
Right.
That's not been anything I really think they've seen all season.
And it's hard to do, too, with a trap especially, and then to communicate and get back into a zone is definitely hard, but Logan did a great job of it tonight. Is there any level of concern for you for the Tri-Valley girls as we get close to tournament time with the way they've played offensively the last couple of games with the turnovers? I mean, they shot the ball pretty well tonight, but it's just been kind of inconsistent over the last couple of games since they've been back from that 2-week break.
Well, if you want the blueprint on how to frustrate them, I'd watch this game. I mean, the pressure full court got to them. The zone got to them. I mean, they had some trouble with that tonight. So, if I'm in the East District, I might be looking at this game as a way, as a blueprint maybe to get Tri-Valley in the tournament.
Well, they get the win tonight, 55-47, and we have them this Saturday at 2:30 against Philo here on youtube.com/Storied Rivals. And Tri-Valley gets a nice win, improved to 13-3. It was ugly during different parts, but they got it done. And they'll play Philo this weekend. For Dave Hilliard, I'm Will Ford signing off for now. We want to thank our sponsors, Rankin & Rankin Insurance, the Ohio National Guard, and MVHC, Muskingum Valley Health Centers. We'll see you Saturday afternoon here on youtube.com/Storied Rivals.